The concept of climate change has become a highly debated and polarizing topic in recent years, with scientists and mainstream media often being accused of misleading the public about its severity and causes. While it's true that some individuals may have ulterior motives for distorting climate change information, it's essential to examine the complexities of this issue and the various factors that contribute to the perceived dishonesty. One primary reason for the perceived dishonesty is the inherent complexity of climate science. Climate change is a multifaceted issue involving atmospheric chemistry, oceanography, geology, and biology, among other disciplines. The sheer volume of data and the intricacies of climate modeling can lead to conflicting interpretations and disagreements among scientists. Mainstream media, in an effort to simplify the information and make it more palatable to a broad audience, may inadvertently oversimplify or distort the facts, contributing to the perception of dishonesty. Another factor is the politicization of climate change. As governments and corporations have become increasingly involved in the climate change debate, the discussion has become more polarized. Some politicians and special interest groups may manipulate or distort climate change information to serve their agendas, such as delaying or blocking climate change mitigation efforts. Mainstream media, in an effort to maintain a perceived balance or to attract a specific audience, may give disproportionate attention to these contrarian views, creating the impression that scientists are lying about climate change. Furthermore, the climate change narrative is often framed in a way that emphasizes catastrophe and alarmism, which can be misleading. While it's true that climate change poses significant threats to human societies and ecosystems, the constant bombardment of doomsday scenarios can lead to fatigue and skepticism among the public. Scientists and mainstream media may inadvertently perpetuate this problem by focusing on the most extreme and attention-grabbing predictions, rather than providing a more nuanced and balanced discussion of the issue. Additionally, the role of funding and financial interest cannot be ignored. Climate change research is often funded by governments, corporations, or foundations with vested interest in the outcome. This can create conflicts of interest, where researchers may feel pressured to produce results that align with the goals of their funders. Mainstream media, which relies heavily on advertising revenue from fossil fuel companies and other corporations with interests in the climate change debate, may also be influenced to downplay or distort climate change information. It's also important to consider the psychological and social factors that contribute to the perception of dishonesty. Climate change is an emotionally charged issue, and people's perceptions are often influenced by their worldview, values, and personal experiences. Some individuals may be more inclined to distrust scientists and mainstream media due to pre-existing biases or a general distrust of authority. Social media platforms, which have become a primary source of information for many people, can also exacerbate the problem by creating echo chambers where people are only exposed to information that reinforces their existing views. In conclusion, the perceived dishonesty of scientists and mainstream media regarding climate change is a complex issue with multiple contributing factors. While it's true that some individuals may have ulterior motives for distorting climate change information, the majority of scientists and journalists are motivated by a desire to understand and communicate the truth about this critical issue. By recognizing the complexities and challenges of climate science, the politicization of the issue, and the role of funding and financial interests, we can begin to build a more nuanced and balanced discussion of climate change. Ultimately, it's essential to approach this issue with a critical and open-minded perspective, recognizing that the truth about climate change is likely to be found in a middle ground, rather than at the extremes of the debate.